Philippe, can you explain us why the shape of the glass is important when you test wine?
Using good glassware is very important. It is crucial to show the quality and expression of all details of a great wine to have an appropriate glassware. For example, 20 years ago, this was considered as the glass for tasting. Today, we don't think of it a lot. We definitely don't need thick glasses because you want to be the palate to be the thinnest, the contact of the palate to the glass to be the thinnest possible. So you want to have a quality of glass that is not always crystal like this one, as you can hear, but it could be a nice quality at affordable price. This is, for example, for me, a perfect everyday glass and also a perfect glass for tasting. Now, if you want to be more precise and you really want to have, during a course of a dinner, an appropriate glass for wine, for example, I would suggest, depending on the champagne you would have, to use the high-quality flute, very straight. But, for example, for a Bollinger like that, which is a more wine-oriented champagne that has more character, more flavor, I would use a glass of champagne like that, tulip form, which also would develop the aromas of the wine as much as the finesse of the bulle. So, for example, you see for champagne, you already have a few choices. Great quality Riesling, for example, from Alsace, like this one, or crisp white wine from other reasons, but with a certain body, need glassware of that style. Not too large because they would warm up a little bit. Also not too big, so the flavors would remain close. However, if you choose a white Burgundy, for example, or like a Corton Charlemagne 2004. This is a wonderful wine that has a lot of perfume, but also it's a wine that probably would need some time to develop its aromas. You would choose a glass that has a bit more body as a volume, as you can see, compared to the other ones. And this would be a perfect glass. You would pour up to here, not much more. This would be a perfect glass for a Corton Charlemagne, for example. Burgundy are wines that are very delicate, high aromatic. A Volnay has lots of elegant flavors, but it does not always come up to you right away. So you need a glass. This is a typical good glass for Burgundy or Pinot Noir because it's large enough to have all the surface in contact with the air, but close on the top so it concentrates all the flavors. This is a beautiful glass for Burgundy. It doesn't mean you cannot use it for other wines, but if you really want to specialize, if you have a young wine like Aurenia Red, which is made of Syrah 2008 or 2009, very young wine, a glass like that would be perfect for such a wine. A glass like that would be nice too, as a young wine. Now, in the last bottle, this is typical of a red, rich wine with deep color, a wine that is still very young, that needs some air, some aeration. That would be true for great red Bordeaux, great Rhone Valley wine, great Barolo from Italy, some Tuscanian wines, big Spanish wines. You would, without problem, use a glass like that. This is a beautiful glass that seems to be big, but concentrates by its unique shape beautifully the flavors. You have a great space of wine in contact with the air and with the glass. So it definitely helps to see through the bottle, through the glass. I'm sorry, how beautiful the color is. And you have beautiful concentration of flavors. And what I find magic with this glass, it's so thin that you barely feel you have a glass in your mouth. I love this glass. It's a beautiful one. The only problem with it, you drink a lot of wine.